Hey everybody, it's Tim with ENT Collectibles here. It's been a little while since I've done, some videos, and I'm going to start trying to do some more things more consistently. But today I'm going to bring you guys a deck profile of a deck that I think is incredibly good, that I feel has been vastly undervalued, even though it is seeing some play in the community, and that's the Traptrix deck. So gonna just go ahead and get right in to the deck profile, and we'll discuss some things and go from there. Let's get right into it. I figure I had to show you guys off the ARG Pittsburgh Rafflesia mat, so I missed Yu-Gi-Oh back then, but I'm glad I have the cool Rafflesia mat to show for it from ARG Pittsburgh back in I want to say 2016. It's been a little bit of time. Anyway, let's start with the hand traps of the deck. Well, the monster hand traps anyway. I play 3 Nibiru and 3 Ash Blossom. I think that's just the right ones. And then 3 Parallel Exceed. Card's really powerful. I know there's some people that I've seen cutting it to 2. I disagree with that because ultimately, if they break your board, this is just another special summon, and you can use the field spell to banish it and bring back a Traptrix monster. Because when you go to rebuild your board, if you have 2, so be it. It's just a card you summon from your hand. It's no biggie. And for the Traptrix monsters, I play 3 Myrmelio, 3 Pudica, 3 Mantis, and then 2 Arachnocampa and 2 Dionea. Arachnocampa is kind of an interesting card because it doesn't come up as much as you would think. And then even though Dionea is the worst one to draw, sometimes I have missed a third because it just recycles trap cards. So if you play in a bit of a grind game, it can be kind of nice. And then also, it has the Wolf Bark ability where it brings back any Traptrix monster. So the third one has come up for me a couple times, but I'm not confident enough to put it in. I don't think it's right. But as for the spells, I play 1 Traptrix Garden, and then 2 Pot of Prosperity. I think Pot of Prosperity is nearly mandatory with the style of way that this deck plays. For me, I do think it is a bit of a hefty cost to remove so many cards from your extra deck, so I would love to play an alternative, but I think that Pot of Prosperity is just the right way to go with the style and way that this deck likes to play. And then for the traps, I play 3 Infinite Impermanence, 3 Evenly Matched. Kind of self-explanatory. I mean, these might be the best traps in the game right now, in general. Evenly Matched is just really powerful. And there's other back row decks in this format. Evenly is great against them. Evenly is also great against decks that create boards. And then Infinite Impermanence is, both a hand trap and a normal trap, so it just works so well together with the deck. And then for the whole cards, 3 Holtea. I think it's kind of self-explanatory. It's the engine starter of your deck. And then I play 6 of the other trap cards, 1 of each. I play 1 Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare, 1 Time Space, 1 Bottomless. Shout out to Mitchell. Thanks for letting me use the super one. It's really cool. 1 Floodgate, 1 Terrifying Trap Hole Nightmare. Give this a foil. And 1 Gravediggers. I think they're all very good in their own unique ways and in different setups. Time Space is incredible against Despia. Bottomless is a way to answer Dankoseka with Rafflesia. And that's really nice. Obviously, we all know what Floodgate does against Cash and some other decks. And then, being able to stop hand traps. And then Terrifying is terrifying. This card's really, really good. And then let's go into the extra deck. We'll start with the Link Monsters. Play 3 Sarah and 1 Adipus. And then I also play Access Code. So a lot of people are playing different options in here. The extra deck's probably the most volatile because you can do so many different things, and it all depends kind of on the style of the way that you like to play. But I find that being able to go into Adipus and then quickly go into Access Code can get you 2 pops. You're negating the effects of monsters. In the mirror match, Access Code's really difficult to deal with because you can't respond to his summon, you can't respond to his activation, and that's really difficult for the Traptrix deck to deal with. So really good in the mirror, and then also I think it's just overall a very solid option. Opens up a way to OTK. I've seen some people play Boral Sword in this spot. I don't necessarily think that's a bad option. I think it can be pretty good too. So it's just all dependent on how you like to play, to be honest with you. But I've been enjoying Access Code Talker. And then for the Xyz monsters, the generic ones, will do those first. 1 Zeus, 1 Time Thief Redoer, 1 number 70 Malevolent Sin. I know that's everyone's like, what is that? But Malevolent Sin is a very interesting card because it's an insect monster. For those that played Duel Links, you guys will be familiar because it's one of the better rank 4s in the game for a while on that application. But it banishes an opponent's monster until the next standby phase. So it works really well with Pingikula's ability or Alamaris' ability, where you can just take control of that monster or equip it as a material. But on top of that, if you've activated Arachnocampa, it only lets you summon insects or plants, and Malevolent Sin is a insect. It also pairs well with another thing that I've tried and put back in and taken out, and it's Digital Bug Corbage. So if you can get a ping on the field, you can be like, ping, make this guy out, use this guy on Rise Heart, and then take the material of Rise Heart onto your ping, and then overlay Corbage on top of it, and then Corbage will shuffle away the Shingira, and you just cleared pretty much their whole board. And then for other 3 generics, I play the 1 Baguska, really good. It's really different in this deck. So like in a lot of decks, they'll make this on turn 1 to stall. This deck will slap it down in the mid game and make it very hard to overcome in the middle of the game, and so it plays stylistically different than you think, but it's good and I think necessary. The 1 Exciton Knight and Abyss Dweller. I still think the tier deck's really powerful, and then in addition to the tier deck, this is a card that helps you answer Mirror Jade if you don't have some of the other answers to it. And Dweller's just overall solid. It's just not one of those things where you don't want to have your pants down and not have it. But I can understand people, wanting to elect for something else. And then for the last couple, these are the Traptrix Xyz. I play double Rafflesia. Obviously, we all know how good that one is. 1 ping and 1 Alamaris. I've considered upping to 2 ping. That's something that I might seriously consider. But yeah, I think that all these guys are good in their own way. This is probably the one that comes up the least, but still very solid. And then why not? I'll show off my side deck. So 3 Artifact Lancia, 3 Sticky String Kaiju. You want it to be an insect or plant, right, when you use this. So that's why it's Sticky String specifically. It's an insect, and it's very helpful. I was playing Gozen Match for a while on the side, which I'm not currently doing, though that may change again. It goes in and out. But Sticky String is also an earth monster. So, that kind of is helpful as well in some applications. 1 Dino Miscus, 1 Dino Wrestler Pankratops. Card's just solid in general. Fits the requirement of being earth if you play Gozen. I like the Kashtira Finner idea too. I think that it's actually pretty good. However, this card can just be summoned in more instances. Trap Garden prevents, your guys from being destroyed once each. So if you have a Rafflesia on the field, they've got to crack Rafflesia twice after you've used a Rafflesia. That's not easy to do. And then they've got to crack everything else twice to clear your board. So sometimes you're not going to have a clear board to be able to summon the Kashtira monster. But with this one, it just needs your opponent to have more than you. And it doesn't disrupt the way you play, So all around, just a very, very solid card. You can also, if you happen to draw this combination, you can tribute your guy, swing over, pop your guy by tributing. Just a lot of options out there that make Dino Wrestler Pankratops really good. And then moving on down the line, 3 Solemn Judgment. Very good against evenly matched, obviously, but also really solid in a lot of matchups. You know, you're going to play against some Labyrinth specifically. You know, Solemn Judgment's really good against trap decks, as well as it's good at protecting your trap cards. So it's kind of an interesting, you know, little card there. I think it's correct. And then I think one of the best cards right now in the game, you could even consider maining this, is Dimensional Barrier. I mean, if you have Rafflesia out, you know, your guys are unaffected by normal trap cards, right? All the extra deck guys. So you can activate this, not be affected by it, but your opponent can't. You know, and it's kind of busted. And then the last 2, I went with Heavy Storm Duster. Spell and trap removal, but a trap card, so it triggers Sarah. I think this is the right play. Very good, obviously, against Labyrinth. Pretty decent in the mirror match. You know, help you, you know, answer your opponent's Holtea that they activate. Because really, you don't care about the other ones. And you know, long story short, just a good card. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. That's the Traptrix. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. That is the Traptrix deck profile that I'm currently playing right now. And it's kind of served me incredibly well. I've done pretty well in some online tournaments and had some fun, you know, playing and testing with my buddies. So, yeah, it's a deck I think that's incredibly good. And, you know, stay tuned because I'm going to go into some discussions about some different ideas that you can do with the deck. I've built a couple of combos that I think would be interesting, and then there's also ones that you know, are pretty well known, but I'll include those in the video as well. So long story short, you know, make sure you click the like and subscribe button, because you definitely want to get the notifications to see some of these other cool ideas for this Traptrix deck. Also, you know, I'm back, so I'll make more profiles of the other things too. We can do some casually fun stuff. We can do, you know, more competitive stuff. It just all depends on what you guys want to see, and I'm here to listen. So we're going to be uploading, hopefully, 2 shorts per day and then 1 long form content per day. And that's kind of the new goal. Doing that Monday through Friday. And then, you know, certain Saturdays and Sundays we'll do some stuff. But I know it's been a long time since I've been, you know, since I've been consistent at this. A lot of you guys don't know, but, you know, I'm a married man now. I've got 2 kids. You know, I run my online business and all that other stuff. So it's been difficult to figure out the time, but I think now I'm ready to finally start doing this again. And I've missed you guys, and you know, thank you for helping me have the will and the fight and the want to come back and do this. So anyways, guys, thanks again. Please don't forget to subscribe, and we'll get you some more awesome content. Thank you.